So I'm getting ready to watch episode 16 of Death Note, and I've been told that we're getting into the part of the show where the 4D chess really gets going. And I thought that was already going on with the intellectual battle that we've seen between L and Light, but to know that it's only going to get like better, deeper, more intense. Well, I'm super excited. Don't have much else to say. I was totally shocked at the end of the last episode when Ryuk was told to skedaddle. So I can't wait to see how this falls out because I don't see that going well. I don't think Ryuk likes to be thrown away. Let's see what happens. Also, during the OP, I like to take a minute just to remind folks that I do have a Patreon now. And I know some of you are already members of Patreon, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. But if you think you just might want to check it out, see what's going on, what the perks are, well, there is a link in the video description. Decision is the name of this episode. Okay, I'm liking that. So, is this going to be the decision about what to do with the Shinigami, what to do with the Death Notes? I don't know, but I'm curious to see what the decision is that they're talking about here. All right, so Light has given up possession of Ryuk's Death Note, I guess. So he's given it to Rim, which this is confusing. I don't know why he's doing this or how this is going to play out, but it looks like part of the deal is Light has to rescue Misa here. But she no longer has a Death Note, so she's no threat, right? I mean, she's already given her Death Note to Rim, right? Or is Misa playing head games? Maybe Misa is way more... Maybe there's some more intellectual depth to that character than I've given her credit for so far. This is interesting. Okay, I thought... Oh, I thought he told Ryuk he was done with Ryuk. But it looks like it's Rim that he's gotten rid of, so I misunderstood or didn't follow something correctly. Of course, he's upset with Rim for bringing another Death Note into the world, because Light really liked having the only Death Note, didn't he? Okay. So, yeah, he's buried the Death Note, hasn't really gotten rid of it, but I guess he's trying to keep it hidden. So, all confusing here. Misa mentioning that it's illegal to kidnap, and she thinks it's a stalker because she is a pop idol. So I could understand if you're a famous idol and then suddenly you're like tied up and kidnapped, you are going to think it's a stalkerish fan and not L, who's kind of cool. Does she? But she has no connection to the Death Note anymore, right? Or is this going to be some kind of surprise and she has a page hidden somewhere? Okay, I want to see where this is going. Like, she was resigned when she was taken. She's playing a game here, right? Like, she's totally acting like she doesn't know what she knows. This is curious. So strange that she's changing up the game here. I mean, she hasn't had some kind of loss of memory, has she? Maybe she has had some memory loss when Rim left. She's lost memory of the whole Death Note thing, so she doesn't know. I think I do remember them saying something like that, didn't they? So that she really is just straight up puzzled here, right? I like this. And I think L is smart enough to probably figure out what's going on here, too, with a little bit of investigation and interview. Oh, man, now I have all this sympathy suddenly going out to this person that I had a little bit of disdain for, now that she has no memory and she's scared and doesn't know what's going on. I mean, that'd be a horrific way to just wake up all strapped up and tied up like that. No idea what's going on. Ooh, that is kind of gross. Yeah, he's going to figure out the memory loss here, so he's going to know something happened. She's going to have no recollection of Light Yagami here, right? Oh, it's really warped her perception. This is curious. No longer secret boyfriend. She thinks it's a real boyfriend. She doesn't remember the details. Oh, so I guess that's Light that called L there. There he is. What's going to happen here? Ryuzaki. I got to get used to that name. What? What kind of game is he playing here? So is he trying to play this memory loss because he somehow knew that the memory loss was going to occur. Oh, we've got that color dichotomy setting up again with the blue, the cool blue over L here. But so he's trying to play a dissociative identity kind of angle here. Like he can't be held responsible for something he did in a dissociated state. And he's using this memory loss, this amnesia on Misa to try to push this narrative forward. Man, this is some nice psychological games here. Like, I really, really, really don't like Light. But you gotta admit, he's playing this game well right here. I mean, tip of the hat. Game, recognized game, except I got no game, you know? So this is... Oh, what a move. Like, I don't know much about chess, but this is some kind of cool gambit. Confessing because... Oh, you're trying to seem sincere. What a way to cover up your crimes. Wow. So, how is L going to respond to this? Or Ryuzaki? Okay, so he's talking about the surveillance cameras as if Light didn't know about that. So you weren't sleepwalking. You weren't being possessed at night. Man, I'm hoping that L is too sharp to fall for this clever ruse, but it's such a good ruse. I don't take anything for granted, you know? Huh. Oh, so he's even talking about how he sympathizes with the motivations of Kira, which is why it's easy for him to believe he could maybe be Kira in a dissociated state. But is he going to talk himself? Like, the more you say, I feel like the more chances he has to slip up. Oh, man. They're all, like, trying to convince him you can't possibly be Kira. Like, he's found a way to get all of the investigators to do his job for him. And it's brilliant, even though I hate the guy. He's a real turd burger with cheese, you know? Come on, L, see through this. Oh, okay, there we go. There's that ever-suspicious part of L, and I love it whenever the color dichotomy kicks in. We know we're kind of going to an internalized space, and I really like that visual cue to match, like, the thematic and narrative point. I love that kind of stuff. I don't know if it counts as theme or symbolism or just a motif, but I like it. Okay, so he said, hey, you want to play this game? You want to play this game? Well, I brought my dice and I'm ready to roll. Natural 20 on this one. Okay, you're confessing? Fine. We're going to lock you up, tie you up. We're going to treat you like Kira. I'm not going to let you manipulate me this way. His dad is protesting, but it's interesting how simply Light seems to be going along with this. So what does he have up his sleeve? Has he already, like, timed some stuff out so that while he's, you know, under lock and key, some so-called Kira events will happen? I don't know. Let's see. And what's up with poor Misa? She's still strapped up and blindfolded and amnesiac. Dad's still upset, but wow, they're both like George Costanza level escalation. Like, nobody's going to back down. They're going to keep doubling down into this game. So the fact that Kira is being so cool with it means this is exactly what he was prepared for, right? This whole 4D chess. A simple little 2D mind like mine just can't keep up. I like it. He's even got the earmuffs, the blindfold, the manacles. Nice. So now we're going to see the move, the counter move, the counter move that Light has prepared. 490 days. I'm going to have to try to figure out why that is significant. 490 days. All right, so we're going to see him in confinement. And he's really in like what looks like a prison cell there. I think they should have strapped him up like they did Misa. I mean, you know, it's only fair. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, as they say. Though I'm not sure what geese have to do with anything. I used to be worried that Canadian geese, when they're migrating south, would just like decide to hang out in my backyard and harass me. They're like street punks. Those Canadian geese, they're mean. Okay, so Light's dad is finally owning up that he got a little out of line there by defending Light so vigorously due to his conflict of interest. Which we know, it's also easy for us to judge because we know that Light's Kira. You gotta remember he doesn't. What kind of melon is this? Oh, it's like there's some prosciutto on top of the melon or something. I don't know exactly what he's eating there. Or is that like a melon rind with, I don't know if it's a melon cube he just ate or a cheese cube that was sitting on a melon rind. It looked like it had some salmon or something on it. So he picks up the meat and then eats the cube. Does he eat the meat? It looks like he just puts the meat back down. That looks like the best part. Why are you eating this strange dish in such a strange way? I guess because you're a strange person, L. Oh, so he's going to play a little sneaky game with his dad there in terms of location. Okay, is he going to eat? Does he save all the meaty parts for last? Because it looks like he's eating all those cubes. Okay, so he's in confinement for 3 days, and there's still no countermeasure. Oh, wow, they put Dad inside of a cell, too, for some reason. I guess that's the sneaky location game he was talking about. We'll lock you up just in case, so you don't undermine our plan, I guess. So if he's been there for 3 days, and we know they've had Misa longer than they've had Kira, and she's had that metal blindfold thing on, she's got to be darned uncomfortable. So at least, you know, there's a little bit less constraint on Light there. He's got a little more freedom of movement than Misa does. Not much, though. It's got to cramp up your arms and legs 3 days like that. He's got somebody to keep him company. He's got Ryuk there. Poor Ryuk wants an apple so bad. So he was, like me, totally expecting a counter move, but now he's got both Kiras in custody, and there's been no counter move. So what is he angling at? Like, what does he have to gain by actually convincing L that he is Kira? I guess is he trying to just get away from punishment by pulling off the insanity defense, the dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality defense? I don't know what he's angling at here. Like I said, I am not a 4D chess mind. I'm a checkers kind of guy. 5th day here. Oh boy, look at the heebie-jeebies. Ryuk's got some serious apple withdrawal going on there. She's still been strapped in that chair for at least 5 days. Dad needs to shave. Look at that. There's a whole lot of misery going on here in episode 16. So there's got to be some kind of like shocking twist at the end of this episode. Because this is getting kind of repetitive just watching everybody locked up and nothing happening. I guess it's building a little tension. If there's good payoff at the end, I'll allow it. But right now I'm just a little confused, puzzled. Bad news. Oh, trying to tell him that the Kira situation seems to be playing out the way that he didn't expect, but in a way that shows guilt. Oh man, Dad is still so worked up. It's like the guy who's worried he's going to turn into a werewolf, so he demands to be locked up. Uh-oh. Yeah, keep him in this cell. 7 days! That's what we call a good old baker's week. And also just a regular week. Nothing's happened. I really thought there'd be a counterstroke that never came. Which means I'm really going to be surprised by the counterstroke, right? Can't just be 30 more episodes of everybody locked up and on monitors. Something's got to happen. Okay. Now it feels like something's about to give. Oh. Get rid of it. Is he actually get rid of the Death Note? So, this is way too early in the show. You can't have a show called Death Note with no Death Note. Like, he got rid of Rim, right? And now he's getting rid of Ryuk? So that's it. And he's like, he had that, I don't know if you call it a safe word, but that secret phrase. And now is he going to have his amnesia? Is he going to be just as lost as Misa? And then what happens? Is this his way to try to avoid conviction, to get away with what he did? Like cut his losses and run? So now he's got the same amnesia that Misa has, but at least he's got a little better understanding now. So is he hoping to get the Death Note back after his amnesia? Oh man, what is up? I mean, he laid down that this is a move he could pull off, but I just don't get it. I don't know what he's angling at unless it's just a way to get away with it, but then somebody else has to get the Death Note, right? This is just got me puzzled. It's the only proper word for it is puzzled. And I'm not very good at solving this puzzle. Yeah. Is he going to pick up the mentality change here? Is he going to pick up on the amnesia? Because he's a pretty smart guy. But keeping him locked up, I don't know that he needs to at this point. I'm fooled. If this is a game, I'm fooled. He's got to pick up on that change in demeanor means something's happened. Much like with Misa, the amnesia. 15 days! This is getting old. It's hard to sit still for 15 days. It's hard to sit still for 15 minutes for me, but 15 days? Oh my goodness. So Kira struck again! Okay, now I'm intrigued. Who is the new Kira? Or is this something that he set up to happen 15 days later? I have no idea. Well, he's definitely gotten himself off the hook. But at what price, you know? Now I'm super, super, super on the hook for what's going to happen next. I am totally outplayed in this game as a watcher. Oh. I slapped his hand. Doesn't want Light to know. He wants to see how he reacts, to see if he knows anything about this on his own. Yeah, he's really trying to see if he can act like something fell apart. Oh, man. He played this well, but I want to know the deets behind this latest Kira killing. And how do they know it was a Kira killing? I mean, sometimes people do just die of suspicious circumstances. There's no way to confirm whether it's Kira or not, you know? Oh, I don't think I knew that part of the backstory, that Kira killed the people who punished her parents. Or punished the people who killed her parents, whatever. Oh, man, I like it! I don't feel so stupid! Because the man, L himself, said, I don't understand what's going on. So I feel better about not understanding. But, man, I'm hoping there's some satisfaction when it does finally get explained. I mean, I'm pretty optimistic that there will be. But anybody can drop the ball. I've heard people say they don't like it when the tone of the show changes at about this point. So who knows how I'll feel. I'm really excited, though, to see this because, man, I am gobsmacked. And I love it that it's gotten so twisted and kind of unpredictable that even the guy who's really played as the best deductive mind on the planet doesn't understand what's going on. Makes us all feel better about ourselves, at least me if you're in my shoes. And with that, I'm going to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.